How can one start the practice of Metta Meditation? So hey guys, my name is Pranav and I'm the founder of Towards Fulfilment. This video is again based on Metta Meditation, loving kindness meditation. So in case you have not watched the previous video where I introduced the concept of Metta Meditation, I would strongly suggest that you pause this video, go back to that video, watch it, and then come back here again. In this particular video, I will be talking about how one can start with his or her Metta practice or loving kindness meditation practice. Just a quick revision of what we looked at in the last video. So Metta meditation is a practice where it's a practice where we aspire to plant the seeds of love and compassion in our mind. This compassion we aspire to first start focusing on ourselves. We aspire to be compassionate towards ourselves and then to everyone around us. Okay, there are 6 stages of Metta like I discussed in the last video. And the first stage or the first step is giving love and kindness to yourself. Okay, and why do we need to do that? The reason we need to give love and kindness to ourselves is because if we are not full of love and kindness, we cannot extend this compassion to others. So we need to first be very loving and very kind to ourselves. And we are so used to not being kind to ourselves. We are used to judging ourselves. We are used to comparing ourselves. We are used to getting angry at ourselves. We don't really accept ourselves with all our flaws. We always, we are always fighting a battle within. We always want to get better at something. We always are, clinging on to a better future when I am not fat, when I am, more successful, when I have more money and all of that. We are not accepting the current us. We are not accepting the present form of us. So what Metta or what loving kindness essentially allows you to do is that it dissolves this fear, it dissolves this judgment, it dissolves this anger, and helps us in becoming more it helps us accept ourselves more. It helps us love ourselves more and judge ourselves less and less, which is very liberating because we suffer when we judge ourselves. That's why we start with giving wishes of loving kindness to ourselves. So typically, how does Metta work? It is a very simple form of meditation where you just go on repeating phrases in your mind one after the other. You go on repeating phrases in your mind one after the other. The whole logic is that whatever you think, so Gautam Buddha says, whatever you think and ponder upon the most becomes the natural inclination of your mind. This is important, so I want to repeat it. Whatever you think and ponder upon the most becomes the natural inclination of your mind. So I believe, I'm not a neuroscientist, but I believe the pathways in our mind, the neural pathways, they get strengthened where we think about a particular thing. So what it means is that if you think about a particular thought, if there is a particular thought which is repeating in your mind, the probability of that particular thought appearing again also increases, which is very encouraging. So the more we think about a particular thing, the chances of that thought repeating again increase. And hence, if we cultivate the thoughts of goodwill, compassion, and kindness, and love and concentration, those thoughts will repeat again. So what we do in Metta meditation is that we go on planting the seeds of those thoughts. We repeat a few phrases. We just go on repeating the phrases one after the other. So now what could these phrases be? These phrases are basically up to you. There are no standard phrases. The phrases are up to you. You can select the phrases with which you connect the most. So here are examples of a few phrases. May I be happy. May I live with ease. May I be free from suffering. May I be free from anger, from hatred, from ill will, from fear. May I be healthy. May I love and accept myself completely. May I love and accept everyone around me completely. May I have the best intentions for all the people around me. May I judge myself less and less and love myself more and more. May I love and accept myself completely with all my limitations. So these are just a few examples. Like I said, the phrases, you have to choose them. The ones that you connect with the most. I would recommend not to choose more than 4 to 5 phrases, especially when you're starting. So now what do you do during the actual meditation? So firstly, it's good to write these phrases down, or even if you can just remember them, it still works. What you do is you sit down and you start repeating these phrases mentally, one after the other, one after the other. That is all you do. You do not try to do anything else, just plant that intention. May I be happy. It's just a simple intention. It's just a simple volition that you give to the mind that, okay, may I be happy. May I be free from suffering. That is all. Okay, so you do not try to generate any emotions, any lovey-dovey emotions. No, they will come, they won't come. Our job is to plant the seeds. So you go on planting these seeds. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. You just go on planting the seeds. You just go on repeating the phrases one after the other. That is all that you need to do. Over time, what you will realize is that you have a better relationship with yourself. You will realize that you judge yourself less. It won't happen suddenly. It won't, there is no pattern. There is no guarantee that this will happen in the next 30 days. This will happen with time. But eventually you will realize that, oh, you have become more accepting of yourself, which is very, very liberating. While you're doing this, thoughts might come. You might get distracted. Uncomfortable body sensations may come. Emotions may come. A lot of people start crying during metta meditation because it becomes really overwhelming for them. It's all good. Every time you get lost in thought, you simply have to come back again to the phrases. I hope this video adds value, and I hope you take up this practice. If you have any questions about the practice, please let me know. May you all be happy.